Hi everyone, it's your girl Lotus Spice, and today we're just gonna look at the different types of methods out there that nurses can use to migrate, or the different processes, right? And I'll share with you the one that I used and the one that I think, is the best option based on your circumstances though, right? So if based on your circumstances that's not the best option, then it's okay. So before I continue, I want to thank all my subscribers, thanks for all my followers, thanks for just joining, the newbies, thanks for joining us. And for those who are just visiting, thank you for visiting. I appreciate you, and all of you, you're appreciated. So the last time we spoke about, how I overcame the issues, and as a mom, with a little one in tow, how I got over that hurdle. So today, then I promised that I'm going to share the different types of methods that nurses can use to migrate. So let's get into the meat of the matter, right? All right. So there's two ways, okay? And one of them is, which you can use, is the recruiter actually pays for you to migrate, right? This is a very popular one back home, because what happens is that most times you don't have to pay anything up front or out of pocket. What happens is that the recruiter pays basically almost for everything to get you in the US as a nurse, right? That sounds like a good deal, right? Yes, sounds like a good deal, and I like it too. And so on the flip side, the other option is that you can pay for yourself, right? And you come to the US. So there's a recruiter also, but you're gonna pay up front all the necessary things that need to be paid for. Your paperwork, your lawyer to help with the filing process. And both of them, by the way, allow you to take your family up. And when we say family, we mean immediate family, right? Not the parents or your mom, right? But if you have a husband, your husband can go. And some of them go as far and tell you that they'll help your partner, which is your husband. And mark you now, nothing else but just husband they'll allow. They're not gonna allow boyfriend and girlfriend situation. It's just husband and wife, right? So if you're the wife, your husband will be able to go with you and be filed for along with your children, okay? So that is one, right? And that's the one where, like I say, these recruiters are often paid to get you. So like I said, both of them allows you to bring your family, right? And that's your immediate family. Now, the one that pays for you, however, do have some drawbacks, because what happened is that the hospital pays them to get you. And what I mean by this is that whenever you migrate with them, right, they're gonna help you get your car, your home, everything, the community that you live in, and basically place you in the hospital setting, right? Because remember, they're paid enough. Now, when it's time for you to get your salary, what's gonna happen is that they actually pays you. So now the drawback with this is that sometimes you'll realize that you're paid less than your colleagues or your counterparts that you're working with. And these counterparts that I'm talking about is like the Americans, right? Because remember, you're a migrant, so you're gonna be paid less. And why is that? Oftentimes the recruiter actually pays you a percentage of what they have been paid for to give to you. So it's not that the hospital underpays or pays you less, but what happened is that the recruiter gonna give you what they think they should give you, because remember, they're the one that paid for you to migrate. They pay for your papers. They pay for, I think the only thing they may not pay for, some of them, is your plane fare. I get to understand you will have to find that on your own. While probably some of them do pay for your plane fare, right? So what happened is that although they so remember, because they paid for you to come up, when it's time for them to pay you your salary, this is when you migrate, they're going to give you a percentage, and this is because they paid for you to come up. So because they paid for you to come up, they're trying to take back. So they're going to take back the money that they paid you to come up over time. So because of this, you realize that you do not get the same rate like everyone else. Some may say, underpaid. But I think the beauty of that is that you're actually in the US. So you may not be getting the same rate like everyone. But remember, you did not pay to come up. They actually paid for you, the whole process. You didn't put any money in. So of course, naturally, there has to be a way where these people are going to take back their money. So of course, when it's time for payments, you're going to realize that you're not going to get the same percentage like everyone else. Why? Because they're taking their time to claim back all the money that they had taken from you. So as a result, what some people do is that in the contract, they may say you have to spend 5 years with them or that hospital or whatever location they place you. You have to stay 5 years with them. Or some may say, and it's just an example, don't quote me, some may say maybe 5,000 hours. And like I said, this is not a true sample of the hours. I'm just giving an example. So what some people do, what they do is they hurry and do overtime. Like they'll do lots of overtime just to get those hours off. Because if they complete those hours within, say, 2 years or 3 years, once it's the required hours that the contract said they have to stay with this recruiter or whichever company that brought them up, then they're able to leave and go wherever else. So you find out that a lot of nurses, they just hurry and reduce the amount of hours, and the more they pay and the more they work, the more they earn, and the more these recruiters are able to take back their money from them. And as a result, they complete their hours, so they're able to move on and restart and oftentimes negotiate a better wage offer down the line. So you see where I'm going with that? So that's one, and that's a popular one which is used, right? A very popular one. And like I say, it has quite great benefits because it actually gets you overseas. It does. But then, with everything, you have its ups and downs, right? Everything. Now, on the flip side, there's another one where you pay your way. So there's a recruiter, there's a company that offer you, right? And they may come. This one now normally probably give you a little option. While the other one that I just spoke about, that they pay for you, you don't pull any money up front or out pocket. That type or that company, or usually those companies, normally place you, they don't really give you much option of where to go in the US. US is made up of many number of states. So what happened is that they may just place you. Sometimes you don't really have much option or choice. They just place you and you go wherever they place you. Now the other one where you pay up front, sometimes they give you option. They may give you 5 states. For example, 5 states to choose from and say which state you would like to go, or 4 states, whichever, and you choose which one. So you see there's a little bit more leeway, right? So like I said, you pay your money up front. Now, a lot of times nurses overseas, they don't have no money sitting down and waiting to do these type of business. So you find out that a lot of times this type of recruitment is not very popular. It's not very popular, but not to say it doesn't exist. It do exist, right? So after you pay your money up front, what happens is that, and not even after, right away, they tell you pay, right? Because the hospital is going to give them a rate to recruit you. And the hospital is going to tell you that, hey, in the contract, they're going to tell you that you're going to get the same rate like the nurses in the US, the same rate. Because remember, you're paying your money up front. There's no catch. You're paying your way, right? So they're going to tell you you're going to get the same benefit. You have few options of states versus just one option, which oftentimes is the other, the other choice. That's how it is, just one option. So you have more than one option in this type of situation where you pay up front, and you still can bring your family. Both of them allow you to bring your family, your immediate family, that is. So if you're married, you can bring your partner. If you have kids, you can bring your kids. Now it's up to you, both situations. It's up to you if you want to bring your kids right away or if you want to leave them and bring them later. But when the paperwork is happening, you put everybody paperwork in, and once everyone get through, it's up to you who want to stay, up to what. But rest assured that when you do get your paperwork, depending on it is depending, and the one that I know, right, and I use was the one that you pay your way to come. What happened, and I get to understand that some of them is different. Some of them will allow you green card before you even touch the American soil. In my case, I was able to attain my green card. Like once I went to the interview in my home country, right away I got a green card. So when you get a green card, they'll give you a time frame where you have to get in the country. So everyone who got through with their green card, if it's your husband, your wife, your children, they have 6 months to get into the US. So if you want to bring them same time with you, you can. If you want to leave them behind and say, okay, I'm going to settle first and then let them come in tow afterwards, it's okay, you can, but they have to be in the country within 6 months. And this is usually stamped on your, because it's like a sticker they're gonna put in your passport. And when you come up, you pay the money. You can pay the money right there and then on that day to get your green card. When you reach on American soil, they're gonna send it in the mail. Or when you come up using that sticker in your book, you can contact immigration, pay the money, and they send the card. It was no headache or nothing, because like I said, everything is already in system. So remember, now you can leave your immediate family, but they must be in the country by a certain time. Usually it is 6 months. If you know of any other time frame, or if it's longer now, drop a comment below. You can share. Okay, we're all here learning, but usually though it's 6 months. So like I said, both situations, they allow you to bring your immediate family, and both situations, they allow you to get in the US. But one, like I said, you pay your money and usually you get the same benefits. Health insurance, the same benefits. You don't necessarily have to pay, no separate or find any company, because most time the company or the hospital that you join usually offer these type of situation and you normally benefit from it. While the other one, I get to understand where they pay you to come and then take their time to get back the money out of your salary. Those ones sometimes have you paying very large sum of health insurance. But like I said, sometimes these things you overlook them because it's just a phase. It's just a matter of time. After a while, you do your hours, you hurry, you complete it, however you choose to do. You can start your own situation. Join a company that will give you health insurance upfront at a reduced or lower cost versus you seeking it privately outside. You see what I mean? So sometimes, you just have to look at the big picture. Okay, I want to leave, which many people do oftentimes. I want to leave and I may not have the money up front. Now, regarding money up front, what I did, because I didn't have it up front either, what I did, I took a small loan back home, an unsecured loan. I took a small loan, which usually runs you about $200,000, because about that amount of money you need to do the filing. And you can do express filing. When I was doing it, they sometimes will offer you express filing. You can do regular filing or express filing. Yep, it makes it go quickly. So once you file to leave, say 6 months, 9 months between you put your papers in and you're actually boarding the plane to leave, say roughly 9 months express, right? So with that, like I said, I took about 200,000 and I knew I was leaving and I'm gonna earn, the US dollars is more than the Jamaican, so I automatically knew I was gonna earn something, right? So I decided that once I leave, I'll just send back the money to clear this loan. That was it. And like I said, I got the same benefits. The recruiters weren't in my money because the hospital directly paid them to get me. So after that, and they brought me, I did my interview, they sent me on interview, whatever it was, I got through. Then what happened is that I naturally just signed on to this hospital and they paid me directly, and I got majority of it. Because what I did, I Googled the amount that was paid to my role in my state, and I got 4 options of states, and I chose the one closest to Jamaica, which was Florida. So I Googled the roughly the amount that normally Yeah, so once I Googled, I realized I was getting roughly the same amount of salary that was paying to the others. And this set of people, they also pay me for my experience as well. They didn't pay me as a new graduate because a new graduate pay and an experienced nurse is a big different wage gap. Yeah, so these individuals, they paid me for my experience, which was good. So like I said, even if I didn't get the exact, which I was supposed to get the exact, maybe it varied just a little couple of cents or a little change. But you know, I got the same rate like everyone else. So up to this day, you know, I continue to gain because like I said, this package, it allows me to get all the benefits. Whatever benefit the locals was getting or the US teammates were getting, I was getting that same. Whenever there was a raise, I would get the raise. Whenever there's a bonus, I would get the bonus. Yeah, so that was a very good package. So like I said, don't be too strung out because like I said, I took a loan. I didn't have the money and I took a lovely loan. And the recruiter that got me, they were some lovely people. They really helped. They helped with me getting my social security number when I came. They helped me. They put us up for a little bit at a hotel. They gave us orientation. They advised us, you know, so all along I knew what to do. I got help, like step by step. When it's time to go to the hospital for the interview, they brought all of us that was selected for the hospital because there's more than one branch. They really helped us. When it's time to get bank, because remember we're new and we do not have any credit score or anything, they had banks that came and spoke to us and told us about the ins and outs. They were really great. And if anybody's interested in the recruiter that I use, feel free to contact me. Drop a comment below. You can ask me. You can tell me if you're interested. And I also have Instagram and Facebook, but it's easy to get me on Instagram. Facebook, you know, it's Nordshem, as in NRDSHEMM, and on Instagram it's the same name that I use here, Lotus Spice. So if you want to ask me what's the recruiter that I use, feel free to contact me and feel free to send me a message. And like I said, the process was very easy. It was easy breezy, and both processes will get you to the US. It's up to you, whatever situation you decide, but both of them get you through the door. And they both have their advantages. So they both bring you your immediate family, all of that. So that's my feedback and my share and my experience when I was selecting to migrate, like which one I used. And like I said, it was easy. So do what you need to do and select and choose. But either way, you'll get the opportunity and good to go. All right, so on the next time that we speak, we're going to talk about some of the pros and cons and some of the things that you are to expect, like the culture shock, like, you know, some of the things that popped out at me when I just came, and the whole experience when I landed. Like, you know, some of the little ups and downs, yes, I did experience, and some of the things that differ, especially when you're being employed and when you're going to start a job. Some of the things that different and the requirements. It's like, you know, it's a different process. And what I did, some of the odds, how I survived and got over the hurdles, all of that. Because, you know, beside the recruiter and the company, you know, how beautiful it was, there were still little hiccups, and I just want to share how I got over them, right? And let you know some of the differences with here in the US and Jamaica. Like, one of the things is that when I just came, I didn't realize how much controlled substance was a big thing here, like a very big thing here. Like, no matter what medication you're on or taking, you have to have your prescription, because once you signed up and you're going to do a job, you have to do your urine test and your drug test and all of those things. Back home, we don't do that. So catch me next time, and we're going to go in depth a little bit more about the whole process and my experience. All right, so I'll see you soon and catch you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment below if you have a comment. If you have something to say and share, drop it below. All right, and Take care of yourself and just peace. All right, we'll see you soon. Peace.